Hey beautiful people, today's video is my 5:30 a.m. morning routine as a work from home mom, also homeschooling my 2-year-old son. I hope it helps you figure out how to have a productive morning routine. My name is TODDLER. I wake up at 5:30 a.m. in the morning, and if my husband is already out of bed like he is now, the first thing I do is lay in my bed. This is already a part of me every morning because I love to see my room look nice and clean always, every corner of my house actually. I make a lot of pretty videos on my channel as well. I would like that you check them out. In my previous video, I mentioned that to achieve balance as moms, the first important thing to do is build a structure around your life. And so the next important thing to do now is to have a working routine. And so this is what my routine is like. I try not to sleep later than 10 p.m. so I'm able to meet up with my 5:30 a.m. morning routine. After getting out of bed, the next thing I do is have some Bible study or prayer time. The time I dedicate to this has changed many times, but I find this hour of the morning most effective. I use the YouVersion Bible app. I love this app so much because it has its many functions. I most times make use of the study plans. I search for any plan of interest and use for my morning study time. I love that these plans are well spread into days because this gives me enough time to meditate and use what I learn. After that, I go into my daily declarations. I use scriptures like Isaiah, Psalms, Joshua, or any scripture that I need to pray into my life. The next thing I do is have some personal study time or me time. This is another of my valuable which I find interesting doing at this time because it helps me keep knowledgeable and growing. I read any book of interest or sometimes do my vocal warm-up. I don't all the time do both together in a day because of time. I try to fix each into separate days in the week. I would also like to add some exercise to my me time. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I would also really like to know what your morning routine is like and what you do during your me time. As soon as I'm done with my personal morning time, the next thing I do is head to the kitchen to make some breakfast while my son is still asleep. This morning I made some boiled potatoes and fried chicken or turkey sauce. This is my newfound recipe you would love. It's a mix of bell peppers and a little scotch bonnet. My son loves the more colored potatoes, which is the reason why it's mixed. I cook for about 30 minutes or a little more as I always have my veggies or pepper mix already prepped. Then I do a little cleanup after cooking. Meanwhile, it's quite worthy of note that I do not all the time follow this pattern of routine as arranged. I sometimes shuffle it all up or give it another twist, and I sometimes get help with some things from my husband or speed things up. It depends on what I think works best for me per day. My major focal point every day is to make sure I start working by 10 a.m. The next thing I do is get my son to take his bath and dressed up for the day. Now he's all set. My son loves to take tea first thing in the morning. He's always very excited at the sight of tea like he is right now. I just make him some tea while I get some time to also get set for the day. I don't always wear makeup. I'm wearing some today because we will be heading out later in the day. As soon as I'm done, I make his first meal semi-solid. I use Cerelac formula most of the time. I just feel it's a way of prepping him for other solids he's still gonna take during the day. He takes it and is able to play around for another 2 hours. Almost 10 a.m. I also get some time to eat and get him to his toys and kind of stick around a little so it gets a bit more focused on playing while I excuse myself to get to work by exactly 10 a.m. My son sometimes comes around for some moment, but it gets back to playing majority of the time while I continue with my work, and this is what my productive morning routine is like. I just want to encourage some moms out there and kind of show you the possibility of being productive even as a mom. There are some things we really cannot do anything about. We cannot increase time, but we can manage our time, because at the end of the day, with all the many things we have to handle, if we are not careful with our time, you could end up not liking the results, seriously, because it can really be so frustrating. I feel that if we are able to manage our time well as moms, then we can even be a better version of ourselves to even the children and family we care for. And that is why routine is so important. And many of us ignore this. We just feel, I know what I should do, I will remember. I mean, it's cool to use our brains to remember things, but you see, there's something about intentionality. When you're intentional about planning your time, you just discover that you're in control. And it's a beautiful thing to be in control of your time. It's just important to find that time to settle down and build a routine that works for you over time. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you in my next video.